Hello everyone, the lights are dim and the frights have been upgraded in Secret Lab Release 14.2, alongside a new SCP item, balance changes, and map changes. Without further ado, let's get into the new addition to this year's Halloween update, SCP-1509. SCP-1509 is the new melee weapon added to Secret Laboratory in this patch, that mechanically functions similar to the Jailbird. Well, that is scary. Oh, hello. Hey, let me try this out on you. Hello, Tamer. Welcome back.
Oh, cheers, man. Thank you.
It spawns an SCP locker once per match that respects the SCP item limit. It gives the user 35 Hume Shield that regenerates on each kill, and each swing takes 0.6 seconds. But the twist comes with its special effect. Once you stab and kill a human target, someone from your team that is dead will now be revived as a debuffed human. The debuffs for the revivee include reduced HP to 75, reduced AP to 25, they spawn with nothing in the inventory, and with spawn protection to specific sources of damage that do not include insta-kills. I don't want to drag this out for too long, so that is the PSA of the SCP object. But it also might be better to discover the rest on your own. So, next up are gameplay changes. First and foremost, the most exciting feature for the majority of Secret Lab players are the return of horror stingers and the addition of chase scenes to the game. Let's go explore. Guys, do we have problems? Do we have problems, guys? Oh no, that is definitely a problem. Run back, run back. They usually play when you spot an SCP, and they can mix together and have specific variants based on your current conditions. All playable SCPs except SCP-079, 1507, 049-2 got chase themes. I plan to make videos of all SCP sounds soon for other content creators' benefit, so you can listen to them there, or you can just play the game or listen from the official Northwood channel. Next changes I'll be covering are the firearm changes. The majority of them are buffs across the board or specific weapon adjustments because of them. First up are the accuracy changes. I'm gonna try to explain this with the video on screen mostly because I'm not the best with this. As you can see on screen, the current inaccuracy while moving is 2460, but when I run it's 2520. The higher the value is and the bigger the circle is, the more inaccuracy there is. While in 14.2 you can see the walking inaccuracy is now smaller at 1913, but running is still at 2520. So all you might notice in gameplay is that the difference of inaccuracy while walking and running is a bit more drastic, so it might throw you off a bit until you learn it again. Regarding specific weapon changes, the Logisers and the FRMG's short barrel hipfire bonuses have now been standardized and provide a 25% bonus each. The AK's weapon weight was decreased, making it have less impact on your movement speed than stamina. It's more accurate while running, fires faster, and its recoil kicks less. However, due to the base fire rate increase, the muzzle booster has been nerfed to compensate for this. The shotgun's base pump speed is now faster, and the 2x attachment also pumps faster. The bullet spread is now tighter, and the shell manipulation, which includes reloading and unloading, is now quicker. The revolver got its damage increased, probably to deal with combat armor users more effectively. Double action firing is now faster, and that means if you fire without pulling back the hammer, it will be faster. And regardless of the firing method, it's more accurate while aiming and while firing in hipfire. The special weapons got some improvements too. SCP-127's penetration levels have been adjusted. It's now stronger on level 1 and a little weaker on level 3. And the Jailbird got a fix that's technically a nerf. Because now, when someone's charging the Jailbird, you can hear it. Now let's cover SCP changes. All SCPs have gotten a lot of small but noticeable changes across the board, with one big change too. To begin with a universal one, SCPs are now able to track the last human remaining if they are within 100 meters of them, similar to how SCP-1344 works, a big quality of life change that has been requested many times. Now let's cover specific SCP changes. I will start off with the skeleton first, as this is the Halloween update after all. The skeleton got a major change to his strangle mechanic. Now, he no longer has the force, and he can only use strangle 12 seconds after he jumps out of the skies. However, in order to compensate for this, his M1 attack now does 20 damage and only grants Hume Shield on kill rather than on hit. Another big nerf he got is that he can no longer pick up experimental weapons, SCP items or high level keycards, so you can no longer dispose of them. Other stat changes include a health and Hume Shield increase to 2.3k and 700 respectively, 11 seconds of stamina, and the removal of damage resistance while disguised. SCP-096 got a lot of changes, specifically for his face hitbox. Said hitbox has been moved up a bit. Now requiring you to look at his eyes in order to anger him. You also now need to be within 25 meters of him too. And while 096 is using his charging ability, you are no longer able to trigger him that way. Other changes include a speed increase while docile and enraging, and a base Hume Shield regen rate of 2.5%, and going up to 5% when you try not to cry. SCP-106 got buffs across the board, including his pocket dimension. He now has a maximum of 800 Hume Shield, and emerges faster from stock. Same speed as if he used Hunter's Atlas, which is 1 second. His teleport is cheaper, and his pocket dimension kills you quicker. The biggest cool well change here though is that when you're the last human, he insta-kills you instead of setting you to his pocket dimension. SCP-079 got a slight buff surprisingly enough, removing the power requirement for map pinging. SCP-939 got a few buffs and nerfs. Her health has been reduced by 300, but was compensated with 100 more Hume Shield, a 0.08 second faster attack, and faster stamina regen. Her vision got buffs as well. Now she can naturally see more, and she has doubled the range for physically revealing humans. Sound blips last longer and appear on said humans too. And with SCPs out of the way, let's go look at the new map changes. The biggest change regarding the map are the additions of the emergency door release buttons, a feature that went through Patreon testing back in the day that is now fully implemented. In set rooms, those being SCP-914 Containment, Light Containment Armory, Heavy Containment Armory, Micro HID Chamber, 106 Containment, and Intercom, green buttons have been added, and here's how they work. Once the door is closed, a 1-minute countdown will begin. Once that minute expires, the button activates. Anyone and anything can press it, and once they do, the door opens, letting them out. You might think immediately after hearing this that this removes any reward for dropping an SCP, but you'd be wrong. A little at least. Waiting 1 minute is a long time in this game, so there will be some punishment still, especially if 079 is absent from the game. Now for the second most important change, we have the temporary redesigns of Gate B and A. The biggest thing here is that SCPs are no longer able to be trapped on Surface Zone. This is because Gate B will always have a way back into the facility regardless if its gate is closed. Gate A doesn't have this, But it gets this window here that only 173 can use if he has a blink charge ready. It also gets another elevator with this interesting new layout. As you could probably tell already, the point was to do something about gate camping, and this Gate A redesign showcases that perfectly. And the last thing I'll cover in this video are the additions of some new environmental sounds in some specific rooms. It just makes the game feel more alive. Take a listen. And that's the update. Thank you for watching the video, even if I'm maybe a couple of weeks late by now. I guess I'm just like that, I can't help it. At least the video turned out well, I hope, and once again, thank you for watching, see you later.